What is going on, guys? So basically, I've figured almost everything out for retirement. As you guys know, this is a subject I am on a lot about. And as you guys know, retirement for me is just basically me not giving a crap about finances or anything else like that ever, right? And this is calculated for my financial situations. This guys can be for yours as well. It doesn't matter, right? But this right here is just one of the examples I have that's basically low risk, right? This doesn't involve real estate. This doesn't involve my EITs or whatever. This doesn't involve anything like that. This is just purely based on stock market and stuff like that, right? So here we have information, right? Current age, 19. Enter the age you plan to retire, 30. How much have you saved for retirement, right? Always thought out a flat number, 10,000 bucks. I don't mind dropping that in an account somewhere. Doesn't matter to me. How much will you contribute monthly, right? So I basically just calculated out $50,000 per year, which equals $4,166.66 per month. And then right 12%, which is basically the S&P 500, yada yada yada. So in 11 years, your investment could be worth $1.191 million. Now, I need 150K to live off of per year. So now, right, basically, what does that mean? 150K I need, but I only have 1.191. So basically, here it is. The 1.191 million, basically 12% again, that would equal 1 million, 1.334 million. So if we just type this in here, 1,334, 412.80, subtract 1,191,440 equals 142,000. So now if we subtract 150K from this, that means I would need an extra $7,027. Now, when I say retirement, it doesn't mean that I want to stop working, right? Because I don't. Plus, that 150K is literally for me just the necessities like house payments, car payments, right? Insurance, and food. I eat a lot of food, so that is basically one of them. Right? My food is close to 3,000 a month, sometimes more if I go out to eat. So like I said, I don't mind spending money on food, but I really don't spend a lot of money on anything else, right? My main spenders are food, home. My home is actually less than my cars, so it's honestly by expenses it would be cars, food, and home. Yeah, so I spend the least amount of money home because one person don't need a lot. And yeah, so I need an extra 7,000 right now. At this point, right, 7,027, and at that point, right, I will be working on this, right, and continuing earning at least this much easily yearly, which can then cover, right, my travels and all of that. But I also use travel hacks like credit cards and stuff like that for travel for free. Just booked a flight to Ohio. Basically, what I did, I used my Delta. Cost me, I believe, first class ended up costing like 50,000 or something, if even, and then an $11.20 fee. And then I used my Delta Sky Miles card to pay the $11.20 fee, so I ended up getting miles for that as well for that purchase. And then they actually waived the fee because I called them and I'm like, hey, I use this, right? So I basically got a flight for free. Very simple, very efficient, the way I travel. But 7,027, right? So now we can go over here, and I already calculated all this out, right? So basically 7,027.2, right? And I like doing some weird jobs, right? Just when I'm bored, just trying new stuff out, and I can do this for a couple of years. So I have 7,027. So let's just say make 20 bucks an hour. Not a lot, right? Minimum wage is like 8. Granted, I should be earning more than minimum wage. So let's just say like 20 bucks. That seems reasonable. Which would give me 351. Now, 351 is basically how many hours I would have to work. Each work week has 40 hours. So divide that by 40, which equals 8.78 weeks. So now if I divide that by 4, it's basically 2.2 months, right? So I would, for about, yeah, a little less than 2.5 months is what I would have to work. And yeah, actually, yeah, about 2.5 months or whatever. Just doing weird jobs, right? Maybe manager at McDonald's, manager at somewhere else, maybe Pizza Hut, right? Delivering pizzas, maybe become a waiter at a restaurant I like. I like Ruth Chris a lot. Maybe hit up Del Frisco's, Papa Do's, right? Just doing some dumbass stuff that I wouldn't normally do, but because I can, and it's only for like 2 months, why not? Otherwise, get bored with time, right? But this is what I'm talking about, right? Figure out your financial situation. I figured out exactly my financial situation. I don't really plan on having a hiccup, right? Age 30 is good enough, in my opinion, to start marriage. Maybe a couple of years before that, right? Kids, all of that doesn't really matter to me at this moment in time, right? But this is what I'm talking about right now. The monthly contribution. Make sure you can do this, right? Don't pick a number, right? Let's say you're making 50K a year, and you say, okay, I'm gonna save 4,000. I'm gonna save 40,000, right? You can't live off of 10 grand. See, this is a number. This is less than, I would say, 30% of my monthly income. So I can do this, right? This isn't hard for me. If I wanted to do a monthly contribution of 50% of my income, right, I'd put down like 8K or something like that. Would equal much faster. But still have payments, right? You got to think about it this way, right? You can't basically just put your life on hold for 10 years and live frugally like a lot of people do so they can retire at 30, right? Why not enjoy life up to that point, and then at that point enjoy it even more, right? You don't have to like deny the stuff that you want. Now, if you make 100 grand a year and you want to buy a $200,000 car, that's not the best decision to make. If you make 200 grand a year and you want to buy a $100,000 car, that's fine. If you have all your savings and you put away your monthlies, this is the most important thing, right? Make sure you pick a number, you do it what you have to do, you do the math the way you need it to, right? If you don't think you can find a portfolio enough that'll give you 12% annual return rate, go lower. If you think somehow magically you can do higher, go higher, right? I've seen 15%, I've seen 18%, right? My long-term portfolio from last year ended up getting me, I think it was 22%. So that was a great portfolio. I had a lot of tech stock companies, Apple, stuff like that, and then I also have a dividend portfolio. I made a video about this a while ago, so if you haven't seen that, watch it. I shot it in my Bentley. But this is what I mean, right? Figure your shit out, and then you will be good to go, right? Don't use my numbers, because if you're only making 60 grand a year, this will not work for you. If you're making 200 grand a year, then this will most likely work for you as well. If you're my age making 200 grand, congrats, hats off to you. And then this method should work exactly close to this. But yeah, honestly, just figure your stuff out, guys. Right? Like I said, and also for me, like my car payment's gonna go down throughout time. Mine's just really high right now because I crashed my Mercedes and I ended up getting a new Mercedes, and now on top of that, the Bentley. So it is quite high. Luckily, since I'm a student, right, my insurance, I don't really have that, so I'm fine on that department because I'm on my parents' plan since I am a student. So I'm thankful for my father for that. And this just really comes down to, right, your specific situation, right? Don't let my situation be like, crap, I'm never going to be able to do this. Figure out your situation, right? Make sure you figure your shit out. And that's basically the point of this video. Figure your shit out, and you will be good to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, right? This is finally the thing that I have, right? And don't think that I'm doing this all on my own. I do have financial advisors, right? And I actually do use Dave Ramsey. I spoke crap about him a while back because his thing about credit cards is absolutely ridiculous. How you should not have credit cards, and debt is bad, right? I have debt because I own real estate properties that make me monthly money and that pay that down, and I still make profit off of that. And then I'm technically in debt, but I'm not because I'm making profit off of that, and I have enough monthly money in case the tenant moved out for me to cover that. So yes, Plus credit cards help me travel for free, which I like doing because I travel once a month. So yeah, but figure your stuff out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to basically run the numbers for you, how much all that, put stuff down in the comments, a little bit of information of some figures, and I can run it. But you guys can just go to Dave Ramsey retirement calculator, and then I use just a Google calculator, so I can use this calculator as well. And then as well as I just typed in one on Google and typed in compound interest calculator, and you guys should be good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cue the outro.